Okay. Whew. Hi, everyone. I'm sick. Give me 1 second. Let me just check to make sure I can hear myself.
Give me 1 second. Let me just check to make sure I can hear myself.
Good stuff. Uh, I'm just. All right. Um, Hi everyone, I'm Khadijah. Welcome back. Thanks for being here and thanks for your support. I'm gonna jump right into it because you guys mentioned that you like 5 to 15 minutes max when it comes to these lives. So if you have any questions or you can't hear me or anything, just put that in the chat. So, last time we basically dived into the nature of God and explore why it's so meaningful for us to understand all of Allah's names. Um, and it deepened our connection with him and remind us that each of his attributes is a mercy for us. Today I want to continue that journey and reflect on the nature of humanity from an Islamic perspective and focus on what makes us unique and the responsibility that we carry as human. We're looking at the book People Who Think on the Nature of Men. So let's start. Um, I don't want to get flagged because I don't know. I'm pretty new to this YouTube thing. I would like to play Surah Al Ikhlas, but I can't because I don't want to get flags. But if you want to take this time now to look up the verses of Surah Ikhlas. Um, Actually, let me pull it up here for you guys. Uh, so. Whew. Basically, it's say he's Allah, one, Allah the eternal refuge. He neither begots nor is he born, nor is there any to him any equivalents. So that's that, right? And the powerful surah reminds us that no matter our sin or our shortcomings, we should never distance ourselves from Allah or um think that we're unworthy of his mercy, especially for reverts. Like, it's crucial for us to understand that its essence of Islam is not about perfection. It's about continually turning back to Allah with sincerity. So recently I spoke in the past, I told you guys I spoke with a revert who shared their experience of facing judgment instead of support, and just how it broke my heart, to hear how negative, um, it made them feel unworthy of embracing Islam. Um, and it's just so sad. But let me be clear. Islam is a journey of self improvement. It's a journey of compassion. It's a journey of mercy. I think a lot of people get lost in the sauce and they forget that that's what Islam is really about. It's about striving, not about flawless adherence. As reverts and Muslim alike, we all are on this path with Allah as our ultimate guide and support. And in Surah An Nisa, I think it's verse 28, it beautifully expresses that Allah created us knowing our weaknesses, right? He doesn't expect us to be perfect. He expects us to be sincere and to put in effort. Remember, Allah's mercy is vast and his door is always open to who turns back to him. Now, that was all a recap of last week, right? So now let's look at today's main topic, the nature of man or humanity. So, who are we and what sets us apart from all other creations, right? According to the Quran, humanity has a unique status and responsibility with creations. In Surah, um, excuse me, having a hard time breathing because I'm sick. But in Surah Al Azab, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, verse 72, Allah speaks of the profound trust that was offered to heavens, earth, and mountains, which they refused due to its weight. But humanity accepted it. Like, scholars believe this trust is our free will and our reason, gifts that allows us to choose between rights and between wrong, and makes us intelligent, make us make intelligent and meaningful choices. So These gifts come with great responsibility, and Allah warns us now to not misuse them, to not, like, by rejecting him or by harming others, which I think we sometimes in the Muslim community we do, especially to reverts, by we harm them by telling them that they're not worthy of being Muslims. So imagine a life without these gifts, right? A life where we couldn't distinguish between right or wrong, you know, where our choices were not our own. You know, Allah reminds us in Surah Yasin, verses 66 to 67, that He could have deprived us of the sight or freedom to move forward and make choices, but He didn't. He blessed us with will and reason. MashaAllah. So now with these gifts, we are reminded not to harm others or oppress them. One second here. Sorry. Oh boy. Sorry. Okay. So especially in the matters of faith, Surah, I think it's like the cow, verse 256, it says, "There shall be certain cohesion in the matters of faith." I might have that wrong, but go look up the verse. And disrespect for freedom is a fundamental principle of Islam. The Quran urges us to allow others the right to make their own choices, and to use their own reason wisely. So, in summary, the Quran is telling us that we should use our intellect, that we should think as Muslims, we should always use our own reasonings. That's what makes us separate from all of Allah's creations. Um, so at the same time, Allah reminds us that our free will has its limits. Although we make choices, our lives are also shaped by His will, right? Because that's another thing that Islam is about surrendering to Allah. Um, so in Surah, uh, I think it's Yunus, verses 99 to 100. Allah reminds us that no one can attain faith without His leave. And it also goes by saying, He tells us that He doesn't change our condition unless we change ourselves. Let me say it again. Your condition cannot be changed unless you change it yourself. This is a balance of personal effort and divine guidance in our central to that is central to our faith, right? You can't be like, "Oh, Allah, I don't know, I want to get healthy," and you're sitting around and doing nothing about it. You know, if you're not putting the effort, how can you expect Allah to meet you halfway? It's your life. You have the free will, you have the choice, you have the reasoning. So do what's needed, and Allah will guide you towards what needs to be done. So to wrap it up, today's lesson is a reminder that our purpose and our journey are defined by our choices, our sincerity, and our trust in Allah, with the gifts of will and reason. We have immense potential for good, yet we must always remember to seek Allah's guidance and mercy, knowing that our ultimate fate lies with Him. So I'm going to do something different this week, and I think this is going to be very helpful for anyone that's tuning into, excuse me, um to this, what is this live. So I'm going to start doing like weekly tasks for everyone to dive deeper into these themes and make them a part of our daily lives. And I believe I will also use this for my weekly newsletter. So if you haven't signed up already, please do so. So far, we have 5 people sign up. We'll either start December 9th or when we get 10 people that sign up. So if you're looking for something that's going to weekly, ground you back in Allah and give you something to think about and meditate on throughout the week, and just focus on yourself and focus on Allah throughout the week, then sign up for that newsletter. If you need the link, please let me know and I could put it in the comment section. But anyways, the weekly task is for us to reflect and record. So there's a few steps, and the first step would be daily reflection on choices. So each day, take a few moments to reflect on the choices you made that day. This could be something small or significant, like helping someone control your temper. Let me separate that. You can help someone control your temper or taking time to pray. You write them down, like what was the choice? What was the influence? What was it that influenced your decision? um how does it align with your values and relationship with Allah? And then the second step would be to reflect on how you're using your gifts of free will and reason to impact your day. Was it a moment of growth or a learning experience? The third would be to identify area of improvement. So think about one area of your life where you'd like to make a positive change in line with Islamic values. Maybe it's to be more patient, maybe it's to control your anger, maybe it's to be more mindful in your prayers and not rush through it like it's just another mundane task, you know. Write this down and set an intention to work on throughout the week. Then the fourth thing, this is specifically for reverts, but Muslims can do it as well. Not but born Muslims can do it as well. So if you're a revert, think about the way to extend compassion to yourself in this journey this week. Write down a moment you felt discouraged and remind yourself of Allah's mercy. Because I just feel like, you know, reverts, I'm speaking from my own experience, like we know how merciful Allah is, you know, mashallah, but we don't give ourselves that same mercy. Like we know that if we ask for forgiveness and we're sincere, that we're forgiven, but we don't forgive ourselves for that thing that we're asking for forgiveness for. So stop it. If you're a born Muslim, reflect on how you can better support a revert, someone that's new to the Islamic journey. This could be a small act of kindness, a message, or even sharing a resource like our Islamic hub that we have or our YouTube channel, you know, share support. Um, that's what you guys could do. And if you want, you could also do the same reflection that the reverts are doing as well, because I think it would be beneficial for both. The fifth thing would be Surah Al Ikhlas, right? Practice it. Recite Surah Al Ikhlas daily this week. Focus on its meaning and letting it remind you of Allah's oneness and His mercy. Reflect on what it means to turn to Allah as the most compassionate, even when we fall short. You know, mashallah, He's so merciful, He's so compassionate, He's so loving. Um, you know, and lastly would be gratitude journal. At the end of the week, write down 3 blessings Allah has given you. Focus on the aspects of free will, reason, or the gift of choice. You know, thank Allah for these blessings in your dua, you know, because I think we are so naturally ungrateful. So I'm hoping that these exercises will allow you to practice gratitude throughout your week. And if you guys enjoy this exercise, maybe we could come back later on and just discuss how it went for you the week that you practice it. And this doesn't have to be only for this time. You could implement this on a weekly basis. You'll be surprised how much your life will change by practicing gratitude and just practicing, you know, um, tapping into Allah every second of the day. So this weekly task will help you bring these concepts of life through practical application, self-reflection, and spiritual growth. So enjoy and embrace your journey to Islam. And I love to hear about your reflection next time. So feel free to leave in the comments below on how it went for you. Do your daily check-ins in the comment section. um, if you guys want me to write this down, everything that I just said, for those who are more visual, then please let me know. I'll put that in the comments as well. And thank you for being here. You know, may Allah grant us wisdom to use our gifts with sincerity, compassion, and responsibility. And I just hope that you were able to either learn something new from this or it reminded you of the blessings that Allah has given you. So I'll see you next time as we continue our exploration into deep topics. The next time we're going to be, let me see here. We're going to be looking into do, 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 free will and reason applied. So we're going to go deeper into what that means. So, assalamu alaikum. Thanks for being here. And Khadija signing out. Bye. Salam.